Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. Now on to level 7 of our Jungle Strike playthrough, and maybe the most difficult level yet, the River Raid. Let's get into it. So this level, we are going to be piloting an F117 stealth fighter, which is very powerful but also very easy to crash if you're not careful. So with that in mind, before we do anything, we're going to go and get some extra lives. Because just behind the landing zone here are some old statues with some pyramids. And these little pyramids, if you blow up each of them, they've got an extra life inside. So, there's 1, 2, 3, and finally 4. So, I'll just bring this up on the map. So if you're playing this level, that's where you go to get your 4 extra lives. So with that out of the way, let's go take care of the first mission. So our first mission is to recover the stealth fighter. Those cannons aren't particularly damaging, but they do have quite a high fire rate, so you've got to be careful. Okay, we're coming up on the location of the stealth now. Right, here it is. So first of all, take out all the enemy weapon placements around it. Okay, we have blown up the cover on the stealth now. All enemies have been cleared, so we can now board the stealth fighter. Now, rule number 1 with the stealth. Use the down directional button to increase your altitude and get as high as you can. Because the higher you are, the less chance there is of you banging into anything. It'll make targeting a little more difficult, but in the long run, it's worth it. So our first mission is to take out these troop bridges. Now, on the stealth, you have unlimited fuel and unlimited ammo. Armor is 1200, so it's a bit more than you get with the chopper as well. But as I said, the caveat is it's more difficult to control, and if you hit any stationary object, you will lose a life because the ship will just explode. So there's one of our bridges. So what I'm going to do is just kind of fly over it, and just as we go over it, drop a missile. So that's the easiest way to hit targets, is get directly over them and just drop a missile. You might need a couple of passes to get the timing right, but that's okay. Yeah, see that there missed the target, so we got it. We'll take out this tank first, and then we'll loop back around. No, missed it again. Right, I'm gonna go back around. You see where this gets a little bit tricky. There we go. So with that down, a couple more bridges over here, then we can head up to the north of the map. This first mission is the easiest one with the stealth. You're just kind of getting the feel for the controls here. And even if you go in pretty low, you probably won't hit the bridges. So it's, there is room for trial and error there. Okay, so up here, there's the bridge. So timing is crucial here. There we go, right on target. So we'll look back around now. That's the oil fields, which we'll come to later. Watch out for these pillars. You want to avoid those at all costs. Hit one of them and it's game over. Well, it's a life down. Okay, so next bridge is just here. Oh dear, and there's the danger. That's the danger of the stealth fighter. One false turn and bang, you lose a life. That's why we've got 7 of them. So, I'll make that 6 now, but you get the point. Now, somewhere in here is a radar station, dotted amongst these pillars. Can't remember exactly. There it is. Now, if we can take out that radar station, it makes this entire level much, much easier. So let's do that first. So we're going to come in at a very acute angle here. Right, so take out the gun. Well, you can, of course, take out those pillars as well. So there is that. Okay, that gun's gone. Now, head back round. Watch out for the pillar. Missed it. Okay. That's okay. We're going to come in a little bit lower here, just to get a better shot. There we go. The radar is down. Now, you'll see why we did that in a little while. So with that radar station taken out, it means that the danger zones in this level are no longer active. So we will only use the stealth fighter for as long as we need to, because some of the later missions, like the oil field that we passed a moment ago, are very difficult if you try and take them down using the stealth fighter. But with the chopper, piece of cake. So these are the drug fields, which we want to hit while we're... You can go after the bridges and the drug fields simultaneously, basically. You know, it's all part of the same mission, really. Make sure you stay at a high elevation here, because if you come in low, you will hit the greenhouses. So we want to take out as many enemy weapon encampments as we can, because that'll just make things easier later. So as I said, because the stealth has infinite fuel, you can take as much time as you need to line up your targets. So you don't need to worry about time. And, you know, armor is not quite infinite, but it almost is. So you don't really need to worry about enemy gunfire either, that much. I say the tricky bit is just timing. There we go. Right, one more greenhouse, and that's that done. Okay, so all the drug fields on this side are taken care of. Now we're going to hit the other ones, but we'll get the bridges as well. It's a fun level, this, once you get the hang of the stealth controls. It handles very differently to the other vehicles in the game, but I like it. I've come to like it once I got the hang of it eventually. Just a little bit earlier. Nope, overshot the target there. No worries, back in. There we go. And now the drug fields. So just take out these towers as you go past. And now with the towers out the way, we can focus on the crops. Over here anyway. So one missile there, one here. Okay, that's 2 fields down. You want to take out those little armoured cars or whatever they are, because for all they may look diminutive, they are quite powerful in terms of the damage they can inflict. So just be aware of them. That's all I would say. So that's as we've now hit enough drug fields to complete the mission, but I want to take them all out while we're here. You know I'm a bit of a completionist that way, and especially when we've got unlimited fuel, let's just do it. As I say, the trade-off is because I fly from a higher elevation, it sometimes takes a bit longer to get my shots lined up. But it's worth it because I don't run the risk of crashing into any of those little observation towers or anything. Swing back round. Did that take that? Did that? No, it didn't. Okay, we're going to have to do that again. Try rockets. No, rockets didn't do it. This is where it gets slightly frustrating, because I'm pretty sure I'm hitting the target here, but it's not blowing up. Oh well. Right, we want to get that little truck, or whatever it was. Oh, there's another bridge there, which we will swing back round and take out. I'm kind of multitasking here, but it's basically just hit targets as you see them with the stealth, because it flies so quickly that you know, you just want to take targets out as you come across them. Right, that's enough of those, but again, we want to try and get all of them. So now we have these missile launchers. So what we want to do with those, right, is to, again, just try and get close enough to just land a rocket right on top of them, or a missile. Actually, going with your rockets, the B button rather than the A button, is maybe a little bit easier for this, but these things are difficult to hit. There's no getting around it. They are difficult to hit. So, still another drug field there. So let's... Remember kids, drugs are bad, okay? Right. The bridge. Don't think that contacted. No, it didn't. Right, so we're going to have to take this out. Again, it may seem pedantic, but like I say, I just want to give you the full experience here of what it's like to do this mission, because it's fun. So, one more drug field over here. And a couple of enemies as well. One thing to be careful of, you see there's fuel drums there and an armor repair. We want to make sure we do not hit those when we're passing over, because the stealth's targeting is a little bit wonky sometimes. I mean, like there, I clearly landed a missile right in the middle of that drug field and it still didn't explode. There we go, got it now. Was there one more tower here? Yep, okay, we got him. Right, now, one more troop bridge, and then we can get on to dealing with the missile launchers. But of course, if you can hit a missile launcher while you're passing, then that's even better. Okay. So, gonna have to loop back around here. There we go. So that's all the bridges down. And now we've just got the drug fields are down. So we've got to take out these Patriot missile launchers. One of your iron bomb missiles will be enough to take them out. But as I said, make sure you stay at maximum height, because any lower and you will crash into these. Right, took out one of the gun turrets there. So we'll look back around, get the other one. Right, so that's both turrets down. Now we just need to get the launcher. Ah. Oh, whoa, that was a close one. That's part of the fun with this, is the manoeuvring. Last minute manoeuvring. Right, managed to hit it a little bit there. So we can just keep doubling back and doing that. That might just be the easiest way to do it. Yeah. We're maybe only doing 50 or 100 damage each time, but that's probably the easiest way to hit this particular one. Because I don't want to risk smacking into those pillars on the other side of it. Oh, that was a close one. There we go, it's down. Okay. Next one's over here. Again, watch out for these obstacles. They are very strategically placed to ruin your day. Oh, that was a good passing shot there. I think we got it on the first hit. Yes, we did. Excellent. Save ourselves a bit of time there. Okay, now, next one. Right. The stealth's weaponry is very good at locking on to enemy vehicles, but it's not so good at locking on to stationary targets like these launchers. So that's where it gets a little bit random. Then again, you can sometimes just plant a shot right on it like that, but as I say, it's random because sometimes you hit the target easily, other times you feel like you're not going to get it no matter what you do. The key is just to stay calm and make sure you don't hit any ancient ruins that are dotted around the area, like so. Okay, so 2 launchers to go. We only need 1 to complete the mission, but as usual, we're going to try and do both. Oh dear, I think I just used a missile to take out that poor guard. So again, focus on taking out the artillery first. So with a tank over here, we'll get that as well. Okay, now back for the launcher. Yeah, this is probably another one where rockets are our friend, I think. Always try and keep a straight trajectory onto the target, because if you're even slightly off, you'll just miss it. Like so. Let's get this gun up here first. There we go. That was just a leftover from the drug fields earlier. Okay. No, missed that. Yeah, my approach was slightly off there. And that's it. It can be a little bit frustrating, this, but it really is just about persistence and timing, and occasionally a bit of luck. The infinite fuel really is a lifesaver here. It saves this level from becoming an exercise in frustration. There's our chopper, but we don't need that yet. Did I fly? Yeah, I did. I flew past the missile launcher. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Back we go. Okay. And launch. Yes, we got it. Okay. One more. I'm gonna say I love the animation of this level with all the different rivers. It kind of reminds me of First Blood Part 2. That sort of Vietnamese jungle kind of aesthetic. There we go. Right, missile launchers are down. Now, what we're going to do next, we're not going to go after the fuel depot immediately. What we're going to do instead is take out all of these tanks and guns. Because with those out of the way, the chopper, it essentially just becomes a search and rescue mission. rather than a firefight, because the stealth is much better equipped for a firefight, whereas the chopper is much better equipped for precision targeting of buildings, which is what we have to do in the next two missions. So, take this tank out. What we can do while we're passing is to destroy this structure here. Careful we don't hit that. Okay. Right. So you see what we're doing here, just taking out these tanks as we go. Armor's getting a little bit low, but that's okay. Whoa, that was a close one. Okay. Take out that bridge while we're at it. You notice the stealth actually moves faster than the tank's turret, so that's very handy. Basically allows you to loop around targets for as long as you want until you hit them, which is very convenient. Okay, there's another one out front here. Okay, so now it's just one more up here, and then we'll go and hit the targets at the fuel depot. Now the fuel depot is tricky because we have to kind of dodge the buildings that are there, as well as hitting the tanks. What we could do actually is maybe just take back the chopper before we go to the fuel depot, but that's another option to think about. Right. So that's one of the drug factories opened up. And you get that cool flyby with the stealth. Lovely. But that's for later on. Okay, let's go and take out these twin guns before we do anything else. So twin guns, then we'll hit the fuel depot. So another radar station there, which I think we might actually need to take out in order to successfully attack the fuel depot without being firebombed into oblivion. Yeah, I'm coming a bit low here. Try and hit that radar station head on. There we go, now we can pull up and get out the way. So, two more twin guns down here. And I think with the two radar sites taken out, we should be clear now for the rest of the level. Again, if you're unsure why you keep triggering a danger zone, check the map and look for concentrations of gun turrets or tanks, and that's probably where your radar station is that you need to knock out. Oops. That's all right. Still got 5 lives left. And what I think we'll do at this point actually is we will just go and take out this last gun turret, and then we can go to the depot. Oh dear. Whoops. Oh well, got to keep it interesting somehow, haven't I? Right. No more schoolboy errors. Let's get this done. There's the gun turret away. So now, just these tanks at the fuel depot. So those fuel tanks, they are tall enough that you'll blow up if you hit them. So do not hit them avoid hitting them at all costs. So we're on a mission here to take out the tanks. We'll deal with everything else later. For now, we just want to take out these tanks. Because that's what will happen if you hit one of the fuel things. Alright, lives are down to 3, but I still think we're okay. We've only got a couple of tanks left, and then the level is basically clear from there on out. We will have to refuel and rearm at some point, but that's... Oh dear! Famous last words. Right, what I'm going to do now then is to avoid the risk of completely messing up this mission, I am going to land the stealth right now and take back the chopper. Then again, maybe I won't. Don't know if it's... Landing the 117 is the most difficult part of it, actually. It just doesn't seem to want to cooperate sometimes. And if you're not dead on straight, you'll end up just gliding past the runway like I did there. So try and get parallel to the runway, like we are here, and then in one motion just turn and come onto the runway and straighten up, and that should be it now. There we go. So with the radar stations down, hopefully the danger zone around the fuel depot will be disabled, and we can just fly in there and do what we got to do. Fuel's okay, armour is manageable, but there is an armour repair somewhere down there. We will go get that armour repair before we hit the fuel depot, just to be safe. It's a fuel depot, so naturally we will uncover some fuel drums as we blow things up. Do you know what? We don't... How many tanks are there? There's only 2 tanks. We should be okay without having to rearm right away. And there's fuel for later. Yep, no danger zone, thankfully. Okay. Okay, and that's the last tank away. Oh, thank you. Just get that while we're here. Right, so we just want to blow up these fuel tanks. Yep, could probably do with more. In fact, you know what? No, we're going to machine gun these things first, and then we'll get the ammo crate. Because that's better ammo economy. I think might be the last one. Yes, mission is complete. Okay, so now we'll go and get that ammo crate. And we've neutralised, I think, almost all of the enemies on the level. There might be a couple of troopers kicking about, but apart from that, I think we're good. So now, the final part of our mission is to recover some nuclear missiles that are hidden in these little mini pyramids. First, let's get an armour repair, and it's just behind this pyramid here. So we're just going to fly around behind the pyramid, get the armor repair, and now once we carve this open, there will be some enemies in here, but not many. So pick up the nuclear materials, and then pick up the scientists. So we're going to have to make 2 trips here, because there's more than 6 scientists needing rescued. So it's not the big pyramids we want to hit, it's the smaller ones. Blow up that troop bridge while we're here. Yep, so these ones are the ones you want to hit up. And we'll blow up the table because we can. Right. So, one more site, and then we will go and drop off our rescued hostages, and then we'll come back and get the last 2. And that'll be the mission. So this was the one we blew up earlier with the F-117. Okay, and now we will head back to the landing zone, and the landing zone will also have a fuel drum for us as well, because the fuel is getting a little bit low. And the key to success in this mission is to get as much mileage out of the F-117 as you can before you take back the chopper. Okay, so just drop these guys off. For some reason, there is no animation of the hostages leaving the chopper at that point. I don't know why that is. Some little quirk in the game's programming, maybe. Right, anyway, we need a fuel drum, so we'll go back to the helipad. And just got to go and fetch a few more people, and we are done. So, this is the first one. Shoot this out. Oh, there's not even any bad guys in there. Excellent. Okay. Let's blow up the table just for completion's sake. There we go. Right, one last nuke site, and then we're clear. Okay, just over here. Okay, and home we go. All missions are completed. Level 7 is over. And it's a lot easier than I remember it, because I remember the stealth fighter being really difficult to control, but well, it's been a few years since I played this game, so maybe it's just time has made it seem a bit less challenging. Right, up on the helipad now, and the level is clear. So that concludes part 7 of our playthrough. Join us again soon for part 8, where we head into the mountains and go for a confrontation with the drug lord and the madman. So we'll see you in the next part. Thank you for watching Tartan Samurai Gaming. I will see you next time.